on, all my gamers, all my Genshin gamers? So I never thought I would see the day that someone would come out with an apology for what they have done to Jacob Takanashi, and I gotta be completely honest, I still don't know if I believe this. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these actors have apologized. Actually, I don't even know if they have apologized in the past. But I want to know what Kaylee Mills, the voice of Keqing, is saying now that she's come back to Twitter. She deactivated for a while. She is now back. And I have been following this forever, right? This is kind of like one of the biggest things that I've been following on my channel. And man, I can't wait to react to that Mugen video. That's going to be a whole stream on itself because it's like an hour long. But today I want to look at this apology. And first things first, before I even get into this, at this point, I don't even know. I haven't read this, by the way. I don't even know where these VAs can even go from here. If I'm being completely honest, I don't want to hear nothing from them. I would just prefer them being on Blue Sky, talking to themselves, not having any attention, and just staying there, you know, out of the public eye, in their echo chambers. But Kaylee Mills is back, so we're going to read this. So let's read it top to bottom, and I guess, man, here we go. To be honest, I have been advising against getting further involvement in the situation at all, but I feel like this is the right thing to do, so here we are. I didn't like the way that sounded anyways. First of all, I realized my criticism of Jacob should never have been public. Although I was far from the first person to make the response, further involving fans was not necessary, only cause more strife. What? Wait, what? So she realized her criticism was bad, sure, but she's not even saying her criticism is bad. What she's saying is that she never should have done this publicly. And I'm going to be honest, in my opinion, I'm so glad that these people did it publicly. You know, not because I agree with them or if any of us agree with them, but it finally brought to light how these people are behind the scenes, because a lot of these English VAs, they always click up with each other. That's kind of the thing they do. You know, I was just talking about this in my Discord, which is in the description if you guys want to join 18+. But we were just talking about VAs and having VA bad actors who just muddy the waters and make the space honestly awful. It sounds awful to try to be a VA. You know, you have people like ProZD who like wanted authentic casting, which is the dumbest thing I've ever heard, because you're a voice actor. They can't see you. Why would you need authentic acting? And, you know, we have Little Karibo going off on Blue Sky when I tell you Little Karibo has been tweeting, I don't even know what they call it on Blue Sky. He's been posting non-stop. I mean, he posts like 10 times a day about this situation. Dog, it's not going union. Let it go. Just let it go, bro. But yeah, further involving fans was not necessary and only caused more strife. I think the only thing that involving the fans did was it brought to light what finally needed to be brought to life, which is you guys are not actually striking. You're doing an informal work refusal, and that means that none of us are on your side anymore, and you guys need to sit down and get in line and get back into your job, right? So I think this was the perfect thing to bring to light and have the fans involved, because now we can all tell you we need to replace you guys and get you guys back in here. But let's keep moving on. I also apologize for bringing up the public tweet I saw about him purchasing a home. This just sounds so condescending, dude. It sounds condescending and sarcastic and just like, ugh, I guess I have to apologize. I'm sorry for bringing up this public tweet. Okay? Bro, just because it's public doesn't mean you have to just, like, I couldn't even find the tweet. Where did you find the tweet? I checked his Twitter. It wasn't even on there. Or maybe it was, but it was a lot earlier on. I don't know. I couldn't find it. It was wrong of me to use that as an argument that he didn't need this job to make ends meet. I was frustrated trying to explain the point, honestly. None of that is any of my business. I don't want it to be. It didn't matter the point I was trying to make at all. I agree. I think this is a good point. I agree. it also still sounds very condescending about this beginning part. You're like, not, I don't even know how to say this. It's like, I'm sorry you guys found out that I did this. You know what I'm saying? And I know some people will take this apology and accept it, and some people will not. Me personally, I will get to the end. I will talk about it at the end. But it's just, people, chat, you tell me how you guys feel about it so far. I did send a message privately on April 2nd to apologize about getting the public further involved and explain why we were so upset. Okay. Also, that at least personally, there are no feelings of hatred or any hopes of ill will personally or professionally. I do not know him, but I thought about what I would do if a friend or a close colleague did something that found hurtful to our community, and I would have indeed and not responded publicly. I would have confronted them directly. So this sounds more like, if you say community, right? You say if this was something hurtful to our community, it sounds more like it was hurtful to your guys' clique, because that's kind of the only people who are really affected by this, is that whole clique of VAs that have come out publicly against Jacob Takanashi. You have people who didn't, like Nathan, who is the voice of Auroron, who is the GOAT in my opinion. He not only did not come out and talk about it, he publicly not even defended. I don't want to say the word defended. He just, came out there. He said, I think he was just saying congratulations to Jacob Takanashi on the voice of Kinech. Kept it pushing. You love to see it. That guy's my GOAT. Anyways, although originally I had a longer statement, I'm interested in clearing up more of the misinformation I see about our refusal work. Let it go, bro. Just stop. That's enough. Don't you think? I think it is. Whatever, let's just read it over again. Sorry. Okay. Although I originally had a much longer statement, and I'm interested in clearing up more of the misinformation I see about our refusal of work versus the official SAG strike, etc., I don't want to further involve any specific actor. The overall situation is much bigger and more nuanced than this, and I hope further we can, in the future, we can better have a better conversation. In the meantime, I'm doing the work behind the scenes to try and support my community the best that I can. No, there is no nuanced take. I don't believe this is bigger than it is overall. I believe it is just you guys being, I understand it, right? If anything, I understand it. Trying to get better pay, whatever, sure. But doing this under the guise of the union just makes me not want to support it at all. Like, I don't want to support that union. I would support the VAs, sure, but that union, absolutely not. So I, for one, am very much against the Genshin Impact going union, just because I don't want SAG-AFTRA to succeed in any way. I would rather them rework the whole union before they make anything else go union. But man, okay. So if you guys ask me, we've gone through the whole thing. Chat, if I were to give my opinion on this, I think that this is something she feels like she had to do, right? It may even have to do with Nikke, in my opinion, right? This is just some speculation. I can't tell you for sure. But in my speculation, there probably was so much that was at stake. A lot of this is just crumbling around her. As you can see, she is a VTuber. She is trying to be a content creator. I don't know how popular she is. I don't know how much views she gets and all that. But, if you go over here, right? If we look over here and just look at what happened the day of the Nikke anniversary, which was not too long ago, you see people just booing, switch VAs, bully VA, bully, boo, L, skip, Kaylee drama. And she's a vile person. And this is just, this is all for Nikke. And she is the cover girl for Nikke, right? Because, she plays as Rappy, one of the main characters, one of the best units in the game right now too is Red Rappy. And it just, there's something that actually, you know, this thing is just one big piece, right? Because, you know, her being in a Nikke game that is not Union, it is just like, I wonder if I don't know if they threatened her, because to be honest, her presence probably ruined a big part of this live stream. Like, I don't know how else to say it, but, you know, her drama just kind of hijacked that whole live stream for a bit. As you can see, like, this goes on for a while, right? Just Kaylee L, LVA Bully, recast, and they're just demanding a recast, which, you know, Shift Up might actually do. I feel like if anyone would do it, it would be Shift Up, but, you know, I don't know, because you really see just how close-knit the community, how close-knit the gacha community is, because if you do something in Genshin, we're going to hear it because we all play these games. Me, personally, I play Nikke as well. You know, Nikke, I feel like it's the GOAT gacha game. And something stood out to me, ironically, from Little Karibo, who said something along the lines of, a big part of why Hoyo roles are so coveted is not because of the pay, but the opportunity to roll out a red carpet at conventions and make money from gacha fans, because the job doesn't pay well, fans do. Leans in close and whispers, this is why fighting for better treatment is very important. Don't ever get close to me like that. Stay away from me. I don't want you near me, bro. But this is why this kind of stuck out to me, right? This makes me wonder if one of the reasons like this, maybe she started getting less and less offers to go to conventions, you know, where she can have signings and stuff like that. It is just a thought, right? I don't know how close or how important this is, right? But it just had me thinking about this. You know, why she would come out and say, you know, this apology. Which in my case, if I'm going to be completely honest with you guys, you see, I don't even follow her anymore. I used to follow her. I don't buy it. I think she's just trying to get back in the good graces of people. This thing sounds super, God, what is that word, chat? Do you guys know that word? I don't know. It sounds super combative, super sarcastic, super not sincere. If you listen, I'm not going to say anything bad about her. This is like her second strike, right? She protected Mose's VA. This now happened with this one. At this point, 3 strikes. You know what that means, 3 strikes and you're out. I already don't... Hey, chat, remember what I say. As the face of Genshin Impact, I don't need him in my game, but, you know, I want to know how the community feels. Chat, Rappy Nation, Kuching Nation, tell me how you guys are feeling when it comes to Kaylee Mills. I want to know, chat. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I will catch you gamers in the next one. Bye.